cool.
There we go.
Okay, we're doing the black and whites then.
I know who's that.
It's telling us a good story.
They're fighting?
It
Arguing?
looks like a little argument.
Yeah.
So they're singing.
Oh, they're singing.
I was wondering, I could see the drummer in the back.
But he's got a microphone, he's holding a microphone.
So the name of the song is Fake, and it's supposed to be an argument back and forth, but they're screamers.
Oh.
Do
So they are
screaming
fighting.
at each other.
Okay, so they are fighting.
So they're giving their act of what their lyrics are supposed to say, but personally I have no clue what they're saying.
That describes a lot of musicians these days.
And where did you take that?
I was in Lansing at the Gruel at 225 venue. They do concerts there.
Mm.
It's dark, the lights are horrible. I mean, they're blue and red, so you turn them black and white. So you turn them black and white.
Yeah.
Are those
Yeah.
back big ones on the top really hard to mess with your sensor?
No, it was just the colors messed
Oh.
with me. I had no problem with the lights pointing at me. But they had like red from the back and blue from the front. And you had to try-
Everything looked purple, right?
Yeah, I have a hard time getting focus, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get hit.
What's the ISO were you shooting at?
10,000.
I was wondering, I could see the grain.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and in this case, the grain does not bother me.
It's good,
It's part of the story, actually. I
Yeah.
think if you had less grain, it wouldn't look as good.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gives you a gritty feel.
Nice expression.
Yeah. Like, what?
Murph.
Did you
Oh
see
my
that?
God.
Look at the detail in the snow though, that is
Uh-huh.
hard, that's hard to get.
Mhm.
That is very good exposure. Not only that, you picked the right angle for the lighting. Different angle of light, I don't think you would've got
4
this.
years old, remember, maybe have 20 shots of that same thing, and look, seems kinda dull, but with
It's,
all that snow,
it's 3 years old? Did you say?
about 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, okay. Where, was it Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just down the street.
Oh, okay. Wow, I don't remember that much snow.
Yeah, we
I
don't
wonder
have
if that
much
was a
snow this
blizzard
year.
of, you know,
78.
winter of 15-16.
That's
It wasn't
really
this
good.
year, that's all.
Yeah.
Great, 'cause you can see
Right.
like the road going
Well,
down.
I like the clarity, you can even see where the road is by the roadside.
Nice snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Well, like the gray is, the sky is grayed more
Yeah.
than the snow. It doesn't blend. It's
Yeah.
a good solid line there, so.
Mhm. And that shows the texture up close, you can see the
Mhm.
flames.
What camera was that?
Are those footprints in that lower left? Or is
Looks
that
like
just-
that.
Probably.
Camera,
Looks like that.
That's a good piece of story right there.
Cannon.
Canon. Oh, really?
Fabulous.
Perfect timing.
Mhm.
I also like, take a look at the t-shirt, how it almost matches her
Oh.
face. Perfect timing. I mean, my only thing is that guy at the very top that's looking off to the side,
Mhm.
might have cropped him off, but other than that, yeah, that's a good moment.
That was at the art fair last July.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Was the person with the elbow there taking a picture?
No, she was trying to fix her face and whatnot. She was looking
Oh,
over her
okay.
shoulder.
Mhm.
And it was like, I have other shots where like they're both in the mirror,
Okay.
but it didn't really work as well. That was like her
Makes a
mother
statement.
looking in the
Yeah.
mirror at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you might wanna crop out that little bit of the person, you know, crop out a little bit of the hand on the right and the guy at the top, but, yeah, I think it's good,
It's let's,
yeah.
Well, all the stuff around kinda lets you know it was at a event.
Mhm.
True,
Kind of a photojournalism.
yep, yeah,
Mhm.
setting the place.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Your shadow?
Strange.
anybody wanna take a guess?
It looks like it.
Okay. I put it on an angle, kind of, so you could see that it looks like it's up and down. Actually, it was a walking bridge, in Texas near my daughter's, and the shadow was on it, so I flipped it up
Uh-huh,
and just, I thought it made it more interesting.
it does, it does.
Like abstract art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really neat.
Cypress knees, okay.
They look like they're alive,
Uh-huh.
camouflaged. The one over the top has long hair.
Yeah, that's why I can there and paint all those into creatures. Where's that one at? Florida?
Mm-hmm. Cypress Swamp.
Oh,
Hmm,
cool.
interesting.
Definitely can't really see that.
Whose is that?
That's quite a
Mine.
story.
I
Who's
drove
mine?
my kids out in the backyard.
Oh, that's
Hey,
cool, I like it.
Let's have some fun.
I just put my glasses on.
I had him breathe out so it would show his breath.
Yeah, I like that.
Was that
Yeah.
at night or daytime?
It was nighttime, yeah, and the snow, and then the
Yeah.
lantern didn't work, so I had to have somebody shine a flashlight at him because we didn't have batteries for the lantern.
Ah, you know,
That
that does not bother me, I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And actually, you know, if that lantern had lit and you didn't have that other light, the face wouldn't have shown as good,
Right.
so,
we
yeah,
probably would've
It would be
been both.
distracting almost, cause you wanna see you wanna see
Yeah.
the whole front.
yeah.
Is that in the rain, is that raindrops?
It was
Snow.
snow, and I had an umbrella, walking around in the backyard with an
Okay.
umbrella.
Yeah, I like the way you
Nice.
got the timing on the snow.
Oh,
flakes.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
how
I was
that
trying to
turned out.
figure that out. Okay, cool.
So were you shooting on a tripod with that?
No,
Just handheld? Wow.
And that's snow in the background.
Yeah, snow coming down, I mean,
Snow is
you,
bad.
Yeah.
that, you know, how many shots did you take?
I think I did 6 of him in that arrangement, but that's the only one that turned out like.
Yeah, because,
Nice.
you know, the challenge with a shot like this is you're trying to find the sweet spot of a shutter speed. You need a slow
Yeah.
enough shutter speed so that the snow comes down as streaks, but you need a fast enough shutter speed so that you don't get a blur from hand holding the
And some of
camera.
them were getting overexposed because it wasn't fast enough, but it was dark and.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
or
That's
the,
cool.
that is
my
definitely a
flashlight
moody.
people were
that-
little and they were moving, so it was brighter and not brighter.
By the way, little bit of movie trivia. This is something I learned from a Kodak Darkroom data guide. If you ever watch the old classic movies from the 20s and 30s, believe it or not, all those rainy day night scenes, they were filmed on a bright sunny day.
Whoa.
What they used was a solid red filter and a polarizer, and then I think they underexposed by, I want to say, 1 or 2 stops, and that gives it the rainy day look.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, very nice shot.
Thanks.
Nice.
There's a lot of detail.
Mm-hmm. I might have been tempted to crop off a little bit off the top, but other than that, nicely done.
Yeah, the top doesn't do much for it, but it's so bright in the middle. I hardly noticed it till you mentioned that.
Okay.
That's
Ooh.
beautiful.
Gee, I wonder who took that.
The Queen of Still Life.
Yes.
Is that a fake flower or real?
The flower was real, if I remember correctly. I think the leaves were fake.
Okay.
It was on a shiny surface, so the bottom part is a reflection.
Ah, nice.
And that's those, what I was telling you about, that spot,
The shapes.
yeah, the shape
Yeah,
is behind it.
and it did a blur.
Pretty blue.
Yeah.
It almost looks like
Nice.
it's on satin like
Yeah, I was
that.
gonna say, it almost looks like sitting on a satin pillow or something.
Yeah, it does.
Is that, did you do any editing to the image?
Sorry, I spent all day on that stupid thing. I can hardly look at it now.
Too soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Water drops in there.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
that over on Henry Road?
I don't know.
Is it in
It was
Jackson?
somewhere out in the country, that's all I know.
Is it in Jackson?
Yeah,
Like out
well,
by
not
Lansing Ave?
Jackson, but out towards, what do they call that?
Rise Junction?
No,
No, that's-
Grass Lake?
no,
No, no.
Mexico?
Mexico?
I'm
Canada?
trying to think
Yeah.
of the road there. Yeah, I can drive by it.
It looks like the one on
That,
Henry.
that is a nice moody shot.
I like that very much.
well, it had some wires going through it, and it had some other stuff that I thought just really detracted from it,
So you got rid of them, good for you. Nicely done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I must be the last one.
Must be.
Save the best.
Did yours get in there?
Yes, I framed it.
Oh,
Yep.
that.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
Nice.
That's so.
Good pickup on all the rocks and
Mhm.
nice and beautiful sky. The only yank I got on it is the horizon's right dead smack in the middle of it. That's,
I don't know.
The what? Is
The horizon in the middle, to me,
Oh,
that
gotcha.
doesn't really bother me that much.
I don't think it bothers me.
it doesn't detract from
The
the picture
rocks
at all.
and
It's
water
so
kind of
minor.
make a low third.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
Who took that picture?
I did.
Okay,
nice.
Picture.
now the colors look so deep,
Mm-hmm.
deeper than they would on my camera for sure. But, do you edit to get it to look like that, or does it look like that right off the camera?
I edited very little.
Very little, but did you do anything with it, like saturated or anything
No,
like that?
I don't
No?
do saturation. It's
Okay,
just contrast.
just the contrast, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, I love the colors.
Yeah.
The
I
rocks
feel
are
like
That
I'm
was
there.
great.
Yeah.
When rocks are wet, they look
Yeah.
more
Mhm.
intense.
So it
Yeah,
makes a
for sure, but
difference.
even the sky, I mean, the sky.
What is
Yeah.
that, those black items right on the horizon,
Yeah, right in the center.
right in the middle?
Oh, yeah, I see that. 'Cause I got my glasses. on.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh, I can't see it.
That's just part of the
yeah, what
way.
is that?
Wait a
No.
minute.
No.
Oh, that's
It's
not
like a
part of
pier.
the
Mud over there?
Yeah, right
There's a
there.
pier out there that had been partially destroyed.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
okay, those are all,
But this is out
water.
in Lake Superior, so.
Oh.
Uh-huh, I was wondering.
Yeah.
I like it.
Looked like,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks
Beautiful.
like Superior.
I love it. You can see that.
And actually, for me, the horizon in the center, because you got so much interesting, you got the rocks in the foreground, you got the interesting sky. I think,
Check out, right?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'd
judge
leave
it
it.
by
I'd leave it.
very much, Roy, I really wouldn't, but just maybe a tad. I don't know.
I disagree. I think it's good the way it is.
Well, I like it anyways.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess we could go with the Ansel Adams quote. I don't know. Do you think I should crop 1/16 of an inch off the top? He actually said that once.
I believe it.
If you do, you're gonna get more of the rocks as the subject.
Mhm.
The way it is, I'm looking more at the
It's more
old people
equal.
that's rotting there.
Yeah. I mean, the way it's centered, it kind of just draws you, because you
Yeah.
have those leading
Right
lines
to
of the
the middle,
clouds
yeah.
kind of drawing you towards the center.
Yeah.
And, you have the rocks in the foreground of that.
That
Yeah.
is one picture that can work that way.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
Did you arrange any of those rocks?
Every single one of them.
Hey, you, third right from the left, move a half inch to your right.
Hey, David, get out there and move that one. That's my son.
Nicely done, David.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I like that angle.
Somebody got lucky, you got that right.
I know. Is that a hawk?
That's a hawk.
Oh, wow.
I think that's a red-shouldered, but I could be wrong.
That hawk
Very
looks
cool.
like he's gonna come and eat us
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
About territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got a bird's eye view and the photographer's got a worm's eye view.
No, it's a mouse eye view.
Is that down Florida?
That's cool that he looked up.
Yeah.
Looked down.
And I
It's
love
like
how
Spanish moss.
the angle of the
Mhm.
branch
That's
and.
cool.
Yeah, that's so good that he even caught the glint in the eye,
Yeah,
the little
really.
catch light in the
Yeah.
eye.
Mhm.
You can see it from here.
Yeah, you should.
I like that branch framing him really nice.
Mhm. The branch
That
frames
is
him
awesome.
perfectly.
Oh.
Aw.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were right outside my garage door last year.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Like a little
Faces only a
baby
Mama
lions.
Robin could love. Maybe Papa Robin too. I mean, my only thing is I might have cropped off a little bit from the top. Cause you got a kind of a third of empty space up there at the top.
Yeah, I was debated on that.
Maybe
But other than
to
that,
balance it out a little. Not that
The
much.
only reason I left it was to give you the feeling that you were kind of looking down on them.
Did you
Yeah.
have to use a macro for that?
No. Actually, I think I used my cell phone.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Nice.
nice piece.
And
of-
again, you're looking at a scene where this horizon is almost dead center,
Yeah.
But it's
and it
not.
works.
It's not dead center, Roy.
No,
It's
I said almost.
it's got like a zigzag
Jeez.
to it too.
I love reflective pictures, so
Mhm.
Yeah, I
reflections.
do
And
too.
the frost really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from that day.
Same day as my other picture.
Was that a couple of weeks ago?
Mhm. Yesterday.
Sunday it will be. We're supposed to get snow Sunday.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
the
from
colors.
next week.
The tan and blue are really pretty
Town
together.
car construction.
I thought so.
Oh, yeah.
Is that behind your house?
No, it's right off of Austin Road, just west of Napoleon.
You mean
East, just east,
So it's gotta be ready.
just east of
Oh, I
Napoleon.
have a good.
is that the Norvell Mill Pond? I think I know where you took that shot from. Yeah.
It's not the Norville Mill,
Get some-
it's the other side. Well, okay, yes, but it's the far side of it.
Yeah,
It's
I think
where
I know it.
Austin, where it goes under Austin.
Yep, I know exactly where
Yeah.
you took that shot from. I recognize it now that you mention it. Yep. Nice shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think this must have been the same morning.
I was gonna say, did I put two pictures in there? That's not mine.
That's bittersweet vine.
That's cool, yeah, that had to be the same morning.
I
I
missed out
debated
on
on
one.
cropping that one.
I would have.
I
I
would.
cropped it down and then it didn't look quite right, so I added a little bit more. Cause there was a lot more on the bottom and a lot more white sky.
I would have been almost tempted, as, you know, one thought is, nice thing about digital is you can crop however you want. I would have been tempted to crop it almost as a square, come down just a little bit from the top of the trees, and maybe just a little bit off the bottom, make it almost square. That way,
That would work
because
good.
right now, that bright sky at the top is competing
Mhm.
with your vines,
Okay.
and, you know, the
I
sky
don't know
does
if
not add.
square was okay. for-
Absolutely,
okay.
it's totally okay. I mean,
I
haven't
don't
you
know
heard
if
of
that's just
Hasselblad?
Instagram thing or,
Oh, no, haven't you heard of Hasselblad? They've been around for almost 100 years. All their negatives are square.
oh, okay,
Yeah, square is cool.
alright.
Yeah, it depends what you want for.
Yeah,
In fact, they used to sell these little cubes you can put square pictures in.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, my dad had one of those.
Oh.
Oh.
the end.
Yeah.
Looks like
Again,
it's
I
highlighted
would crop off the top. I mean, that top
Definitely.
third.
Now got
I mean, again, you got your subject dead center.
It seems like
That's,
it's blurred.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, I had to get mine out too.
But she
I'd
was
crop
a-
off the top and a little bit from the left. Give it more of a rule of thirds look.
That's really
Camera
neat
sharper.
angle.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
pretty. You betcha that's nice.
It's just
Love
like-
that background.
Look at the detail in those wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I was able to get close. It was the butterfly park in Gainesville. Yeah. Gainesville.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so it's in Florida?
Let me guess, when that butterfly opened its wings, they were blue on the inside.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will tell you for what it's
That would be
worth,
cool.
if you don't mind waiting for, to get in, they have butterflies in bloom at Meyer Gardens through the end of April. And I believe they have that type of butterfly there. It's called a blue morpho. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, when it opens its wings, it is the most vivid electric blue you have ever seen.
Is
I like-
that an endangered one?
It's not from North America. Yeah, I mean, it's an iridescent, incandescent neon blue. That's the best way to describe it.
That's such a contrast from the brown on the outside.
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Mm.
More frost.
Yep.
More frost.
Yeah, I actually got down on
Good
my
lighting,
belly to
get
take
that.
it.
Looks like the sun was
The
out.
sacrifices we make for our art, right?
Oh, goodness. It was hard to get up.
Yep.
Well, I like how the sun made the leaves really
Yeah.
bright.
I didn't do much to that.
Did you use a tripod tail?
Nope.
Okay. Forgive me for saying this, but the main leaf where your name is written in right there,
This one?
yeah, that, is it just me or does that look a little out of focus?
Here it looks in focus, here it looks out of focus.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you're hand holding, that's a hard, hard shot to take. That'd be one of those things where if you had the time, get a tripod low to the ground and shoot it like F-22.
Well, with that sun coming out,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
afraid I was gonna lose it pretty soon.
yeah,
But the way it is blurred around the edges focuses you right to the sharp, your eyes go to the very sharpest part. It's
Yeah.
almost like a vignette.
Yeah, you could put a dark vignette on it, and actually pop the center.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, up at the bottom maybe.
Or even a white, cause it is frost.
Right,
yeah, true.
yeah, that would be nice.
Did you really lean down to take that picture, or you
Oh, I
taking
got
a
it
picture
on
of
my
something
stomach.
else? And
I
you
got it on
slipped
my
and
stomach.
fell and said, hey.
Now, George, be
Oh,
nice.
that was me.
What I really like is the sun coming through the leaves. That's
Yeah.
the picture to me, that's what makes
That
it.
gives the story. huh?
Yeah, I love it.
I just thought I'd try it, I didn't know
Yeah.
how it'd turn out. Alright then.
Photographer's choice. What did we used to call photographer's choice? And then
Open, I think.
Yeah.
what was that?
Open.
We had another name for it, and I'm.
No, it started with P.
Pictorial.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that we were
People
told
suck.
that's not what it
But then
meant.
there was a specific
People suck.
definition of what a pictorial picture is according to the photography kind of group, so that's why we changed it to whatever.
And back in the 30s, that's probably what they called. I mean, it took all those years till this century.
Yeah.
That looks like it's an
Somebody
anarch.
That's
It
cool,
is
that
an
really
anarch.
tells
Yeah.
the story.
Right over by the
People
theater.
suck.
You can see the M den
Yeah.
right in the background there.
And then, yeah. I know it well.
That's one. Little snippet of
Mean
town.
people suck.
I think I know where that is. Isn't that at,
McCready?
McCready? Yeah.
Looks like McCready.
Yeah, yep.
I haven't been on that.
I know
country
exactly
road.
where that is. I've gotten a picture like that before.
I like it in black and white.
Ooh, that's kinda cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Wait, is that horizon right in the center?
I don't know. I'd say it's a little bit lower than
It's
center.
lower than center.
Yeah.
Actually, you could take off most of the sky because you got the reflection in the trees.
Yeah,
Are so pretty.
yeah, I would be tempted to crop off at least half of the sky.
But then you
Well-
can't
Then
print
if
it.
it's
Maybe
center
16th
horizon.
Say again.
Then it's hard to print it on any kind of standard frame.
True.
True.
That's the problem.
True.
That,
Is that, Linda, is that yours?
Yeah,
Is that your, where you live?
that's the same place that, I
Yeah,
did the other
Norville
one
Mill
from.
Pond, yep.
Yeah,
I thought
just
that
on
was
the
out
other
your-
side.
I thought those were all out your kitchen window.
That's where most of mine are. This is a block down.
You forget your kitchen windows.
I didn't wash the windows this winter, so, I mean,
That would make it more
more
artistic.
challenging.
Ooh,
Mm,
cool.
nice.
I love the speed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
action,
Yeah.
right.
That definitely shows the speed.
Mhm.
Is that an in-camera blur or editing?
Slow shutter speed, if I had to make a guess.
It was, well, it wasn't fast shutter, but it wasn't the slowest I could have gotten it.
Right,
We were just going that fast.
right.
Oh, that's
I had to
cool.
pull that thing out of my eye when he was done gunning the gas.
Yeah.
That is a really cool shot though. That is really nice.
What were you in?
T-bucket with a souped up motor, and it was loud. Yeah, so the steering wheel's straight up and down. And he's doing about 90 there.
Wow.
That's
Looks to be
really
dual
cool.
quads sitting on that thing.
I couldn't tell you. I just take pictures of cars.
What is that?
That's,
That's a gauge of some sort.
I know that, I just wondered what it was gauging.
Well, you have three choices: fuel, speed, or tachometer.
It was gauging how much water was coming out of my eye.
Sorry, I forgot that one.
There was no windshield on it, where I was at.
Oh my goodness.
I've seen where people do that where they like spin their lens real fast.
Well,
With that you
oh,
do
to,
that.
to get
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
to
but-
get the same effect with a still shot, what you would do is you'd have the camera on a tripod with a slow shutter speed, and as the shutter is opening,
Oh.
you zoom it in or out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
what it
there's
looks
no-
like.
Yeah, it does, you're right, it
Yeah, it
does
does.
look like that.
You had the automatic version.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mine's the manual analog.
well,
I saw somebody had their camera and they were just swinging around on the camera strap and took the picture.
Oh, you're insane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Lying
I don't
around.
think I do that.
That's crazy.
I don't-
Me standing there waiting to catch it.
yeah. we do that.
If you drop it, it's mine.
so did you have to take a bunch or was this like,
I took 3.
wow?
2 of them were pretty blurry, so I just kept on going until I got the
Yeah.
shot I wanted.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I like that.
That
It's
is cool.
different. You,
Yeah.
we don't show too many pictures like this. I don't recall seeing.
Nope, I certainly don't remember having seen one like this. Mm.
Nice. I like the waves.
Is that an ocean?
I'm trying to decide what lighthouse that is.
I don't
That's
think so.
very
It's called a
cool.
lighthouse.
See the
It's
water
more like a
rushing.
bell, kind of bell tower.
Oh,
It's right, it's up at Lake Superior,
Oh,
at
that's very-
Grand Marais.
Okay.
There's a slight little pier that goes out there. But I like the wave action.
Oh, yeah.
Was that in the summer or was that a different time?
That was in the summer.
Oh, wow. I've been to Grand Marais.
I have 2.
Right.
And the clouds were cooperating.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah, they definitely add.
Looks like everything worked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's nice.
Nice.
Perfect fall day.
I wanted to tell you what I did do over here because I wanted this to frame in that side.
Mm-hmm,
So I
good
had
call.
and just a little quarter of more tree to that. And then I took like a very light whitish paintbrush and just brightened it up because it was too dark, I thought, and I didn't.
Good call, good call.
And then I did the same with right in the middle. That was a big white and blown out, so I darkened that middle section too.
I can see it's kind of right on the ground there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like really blown
Yeah,
out.
nicely done.
Was that from that?
Hidden Lake Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went in the summer, we didn't go in the fall.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a lot brighter than I thought.
It's interesting.
Was that a good restaurant?
We were walking back from the, in Grand Rapids. And I just saw it across the street, I only have my cell phone with me, but
Mhm.
there's people on the lights and
Yeah.
I meant to darken it more, it's pretty bright on that screen.
Yeah, looks
The
good.
lady's got
I
some
would have been,
smoke
you
coming
know,
out.
two things I would have been tempted to do. Number one, crop off the, you know, the top line of windows.
Cause that, your eye goes to the
Okay.
top
Yeah.
left.
And the other thing I'd be tempted to do is play around with the contrast. Because right now, to me, it doesn't quite have the contrast that you would normally see with a night scene, at least to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I sent the wrong one.
It looks different on the computer though.
It usually does. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
your screen.
Do you, could I ask, does anybody feel like a picture like this, like we're tempted to try to fix it instead of just going, this is what it looked like? Like sometimes, I've had a scene like this, I took a picture, and actually I brought it, I don't know if you made a printout for me, I don't think so, maybe you did. With this different color lighting, and I think it was Kyle, Roy's boss over there, said, oh, well, we're not gonna get that right because there's different colored lights coming from different directions. And I didn't even think about it, it was just like, that's the way it looked, there was a yellow
Mhm.
incandescent light over here and a fluorescent light over there, and,
Yeah,
you know, I wasn't gonna try to like,
yeah,
my goal was not to try to make it look like,
yeah.
you know, when, you know, it wasn't a portrait.
Yeah.
It was a
And-
nighttime shot.
And actually, a scene like this, you know, it's obviously a night scene, you're obviously dealing with either fluorescent or incandescent lights. So nobody in their right mind who knows anything about photography is going to expect the lighting to be quotes unquote perfect. So, you know, the fact that, you know, the color has that reddish orange tungsten light color to me, yeah, that does not bother me in the slightest. The only two things I would do to possibly improve it is, like I said, crop off the top line of windows. I mean, I'd crop down to just above the middle windows above the sign and, you know, give it a little bit more contrast.
Was that the smokers lounge?
Well, if you look really close, I didn't see until I got to looking at it, the lady's blowing out some smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
see it now that you
yeah.
mention it,
Kinda
yeah,
fun.
Right there.
yeah.
And then the guy.
And that might have been,
Oh, yeah.
that might have been something where if you
That's
had
funny.
just cropped it almost
I
like the
like
way
it like
Cal
that.
has it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I like
I
it like
like
that.
that.
Yeah, that definitely tells more of a story.
Yeah,
Okay,
It
Yeah.
does.
yeah, I
I
like it like
just,
that.
yeah, with it being a cell phone picture, I didn't know if I had enough
Right.
detail to do that.
Yeah, well, you know, if you look at it on the computer screen though,
It was way different.
Tom, can you put it back to where it showed the whole thing, or showed more?
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah,
So, I really like that.
Yeah,
I like not seeing, the rest of it is all dark, like you said, playing with the
the contrast.
contrast. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
It loses a little bit here because you are seeing all the brick and the light and,
Yeah,
but,
and I'm almost wondering if maybe there's some sort of setting in that television screen that's just reducing the
Automatically,
contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video.
yeah, it says no, somebody doesn't know what they're doing with the exposure, but you did know what you were doing, it looked great.
Yeah, now that I see the screen, I agree with Linda, the computer, the image on the computer. Of course, then again, we're assuming that the laptop screen is calibrated.
Yeah, and then you get to the
That's
next
true.
one and it's gonna be a little
Yeah,
different.
yeah. But
Does
still,
anybody use dehaze? Like on my elements, there's a setting called dehaze. And I don't mind the haze.
The
No.
days was
I
all
mean,
about
I
I'm-
would use that on this.
Yeah, I mean-
Yeah, I use it a lot.
for, you know, I mean, this goes back to the band shot that David showed. You know, the noise in this image, you know, it adds a bit of the, shall we say, texture, a bit of sense of, hey, this is a nighttime shot, so it does not bother me.
Photography noir.
There we go. Yes, there we go.
But that's what it looks like on the screen
Yeah,
here. And-
yeah.
And it's very cool.
Yep,
And I think you do need some of it around, I agree with the cropping you're talking about, but you've got two completely different pictures. If you crop it in just to show the people and maybe the sign, that's one picture, but I think you wanna keep some of that around there, but with it really dark, cause that,
Cause it just kinda popped and stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Mhm.
crowd was way up there and they're like, where's Laura? And my
Yeah.
son is like, she's taking pictures.
What do you think?
He's
she's
used to
doing?
that.
Yeah, cool.
They got the letter in that bistro word really
Yeah.
aligned,
Yeah, you can figure out what it is.
really
Yeah.
lends itself to
Yeah.
being photographed.
Yeah.
They probably had that in mind. They predicted this shot.
They probably told the people to stand out there, okay, wait for a woman to come by with a camera.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody pose. You, blow that smoke, now.
You know, what's nice
Just
for a
like
duck,
that.
for a night, you usually have a longer exposure and everything's clear.
Yeah.
Clear, the words are clear.
That's a neat picture.
But I actually liked it cropped in better
Ooh,
for
nice.
the people, that's beautiful.
That looks terrible.
I love the
That's
motion.
terrible.
Is it really light too?
On my computer at home, the water is black.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see it on this computer screen,
Yeah,
it's
much
black.
darker. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're getting on too much backlight with the TV.
yeah,
You can see something underneath the water.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a leaf, but on my computer at home, it's the,
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the
Flower
computer screen
pots.
here, and the water is very, very dark.
yeah, you can just see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's so
I mean, it
much
might be
going
one of
on
those
there.
things that before the next meeting, you might wanna check, see if you can change the contrast or something on the,
Well, if I do
Television.
for one picture, though, what happens with the rest of it?
Better be careful, then, that's a lesson to all of us. If you take a picture, if it looks one way on your screen, it might be hiding things that, with the police forensics lab.
Just have to
Or
remember it looks
local
brighter
camera
here.
club.
this might be a case where every so often we should consider doing a print night.
Yes.
That way, you can, you can bring in these images looking exactly the way you want them to look, not the way the TV is gonna interpret the image coming out of that
I can't
laptop.
figure out what the TV does, because some of my pictures that are shown up there look the way,
You want them
Like
to.
the strawberry
They were
picture
brighter.
didn't look too
And-
bright, yeah.
and then others
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
like this one really, well,
Yeah,
it
It
really
looks
loses
faded
a
out.
lot.
yeah, the image on the television screen does look faded compared to what's on the laptop screen.
It's got so much interest to it
Mm.
compared to just like a flower on still water, you know?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It looks like the petals are made out of marshmallow.
Marshmallow?
Marshmallow?
I beg to disagree.
Yeah, agree to disagree, that's fine.
Well, the marshmallows in my cupboard that are God knows how long.
Okay, now that you've clarified it.
Was it like,
Do your
That might be a case of TMI, George, but never mind.
Your
Is
marshmallows
wind-
have water on them?
Yeah, right.
is wind what's
Uh-oh.
making ripples? Is the wind making ripples?
Uh, yeah. most-
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
Interesting.
Very cool.
What exactly are we
It's
looking at?
gotta
Is
be
it
feathers.
feathers?
Yeah.
But I don't know what those two black,
What is
Brown.
that?
So just laying it on a stick.
Dirt and sticks and whatever else is around.
Whatever else is around.
Yeah.
I like the
That's
curly
different.
ones in the back,
Huh?
the curly ones in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Single
the-
front.
and I like the leading line of the what is it, the vein of the feather, it's just
Yeah.
leading you right into the image, that's a really cool abstract shot,
Mm-hmm.
that's really nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Comforting colors too.
Yep,
All right. That would be it.
Okay.
And